with us. Rajesh, good morning. Good to have you with us. Signs of, a weaker opening again in trade today after yesterday's celebrations. So the volatility continues. But your own sense, how do you see the markets going? Will there be any opportunities for you to add any stocks today?
Good morning, Sakshi. Good morning, Shanji. Good morning, everyone. So, volatility is going to remain in the system for some more time as global cues are not supportive, and the way market has broken down its 20-day moving average and continuously sustaining below to those levels since last three trading session for Nifty. So that clearly giving us a sign that we may face supply pressure on the higher side, though we have seen some recovery in previous day, but still we are not able to take out 24,350, 24,400 mark. That is important level on the higher side for the Nifty. So until Nifty not manages to cross about 24,400, trend is likely to remain on the volatile side. Maybe we could trade in range of 23,900 on the downside, and on the higher side 24,400. This could be the possible range for some couple of days. Either side breakout or breakdown will decide the further course of direction from here onward. For Bank Nifty, we have already broken its 50-day moving average. So here again, near-term setup is still on the weaker side for the Bank Nifty. We are almost trading near to the important support area of 50,000. If it breaks below 50,000, then there would be some more supply pressure we could see in the Bank Nifty also, and then possible downside we can see towards 49,700 to 49,500. For Bank Nifty, the major important challenging level on the higher side would be around 50,600. Until Bank Nifty not crosses those level, again whatever pullback we will see on the high side would attract a selling pressure. So both indices are struggling to cross their near term resistance area. On the stocks front, I think one can look at on sugar space where we expect that some momentum could be there on the higher side. So Balrampur Chini can be looked at for intraday perspective. The way stock is now manages to cross its last 3 days down move, there is a high possibility that Balrampur Chini can extend gain. 505 to 510 would be the target with stop loss of 488. And the second stock where we are focusing, that is ONGC. That stock is also showing good traction, so ONGC can be a buy for upside target of 340 with stop loss of 323.
Right, sir. We have a mild red tick on the market, nothing to be worried about. 60 points lower on the Nifty, which is on its weekly expiry today. 21 point uptick on the Bank Nifty. Please keep this in mind. Nifty 500 has opened 37 points lower, nothing to be worried about. This is the broadest measure that we have, and its health is paramount to the success of intraday trading. The IT index is about 1% lower. This is worrisome. Okay. Now let's get into the heavyweights. A green tick on HDFC Bank, 7 rupees higher, 1630. This is good news. Reliance, 13 rupees lower, 29.17. We'll absorb this. Infosys, 27 rupees lower, 1765. This is not looking good. And how about ICICI Bank? Okay, ICICI Bank at the moment is flat, 1170, which is the top gaining counter amongst the index heavyweights. It's Tata Motors about 1% higher, 1034. Now the trend is defensive. You see a green tick on Hindustan Unilever and you see a green tick on ITC. This is going to help the index in the long term, but Infosys is the top losing counter. Reliance is also in the red. This is a bit worrisome, but we will not be edgy about it. Let's look at the Bombay Stock Exchange. A stunning set of numbers. The counter opens 7% higher, 2563. Remember, this is still around its 200 DMA. Ditto for Gujarat Pipavav Port, 5% higher, 233. Very strong set of numbers. Radico Khaitan and Chemplast Sanmar are up 3% each. This is positive. Their earnings are being appreciated by the market. What else is in the green? You have a nice bounce happening on KPIT Technologies. This is also looking good. Most active counters, no change. Okay, there is one interesting stock. HFCL, remember the rural tender that I was talking about yesterday? Beyond 60,000 crore rupees is what the government is trying to raise from telecom tender. So all telecom equipment suppliers are doing well. HFCL 1.5% higher, 140. BSC is gathering momentum, 7% higher. I think this should be the first question asked of Rajesh ji. Rajesh ji, do we participate in this uptick that you are seeing on the Bombay Stock Exchange, or is this overdone?
I think Shelji, after this gap up opening, stock is almost faced supply pressure around for 2660, which is a previous swing high, which was formed in the beginning of August itself. So I think the follow-up buying action will continue above 2660 level. So that level needs to watch for intraday perspective. If it crosses those level, yes, there could be another round of rally we can see. But those who have already bought can hold the position as there is a gap up opening, and now stock is holding above 2550 level. So I think very small stop loss to hold the position 2550. If it's hold, then stock may attempt to move beyond 2600, 2660 would be the next target.
Okay, the market is absolutely defensive, ladies and gentlemen. Nifty Pharma Index up 0.5%. The Nifty FMCG Index in the green. We track 19 indices for you. Out of them, 16 are in the red. The top loser is the Metals Index, 0.7% lower, followed by the Energy Index, 0.6% lower. Remember, both metals and energy rose very sharply yesterday. This is the first 5, 7, 10, 15 minutes of the market. Let us wait for it to settle. Advanced decline ratio is 1:1. We are opening on a back foot after yesterday's stunning rally of 300 points on the Nifty, and of course today is also the weekly expiry. This is the broad structure. So far it's perfect. Nifty 70 points lower, 24,220. This kind of a pullback is expected. Let's wait for the first 15 minutes. Sakshi, what are you watching?
A whole host of stocks like Abbott India, which is up by about 2% after the earnings within the F&O space. We are also seeing Pidilite post the earnings, that's up 2.2%. Then we also have some stocks like Coromandel International, Bharat Forge, that's picking up pace. ITD Cementation, remember this is the stock that came out with the stunning set of numbers, and you can actually see a 6% uptick on ITD Cementation as well in trade. Of course, apart from this, let's also look at how NTPC is reacting. While the entire PSU space is still down by about 0.9%, there was a good news that's coming in on the way of NTPC Renewable Energy that launched a new plan. So flattish trade on this one. Apart from this, it's only the FMCG and the pharma index that's holding up to some gains, but the rest of the sectors have all slipped into the red. It's the India Wix that you need to keep an eye out on. 3% uptick now on India Wix. 16.6 level is what the India Wix is trading at. Again, uptick coming in on that one. So we have to really watch out for this. There's a block deal also, large trade taking place on Protean eGov, large trade of 12 lakh shares or almost 3.2% equity worth about 236 odd crore rupees has seen exchanging hands at 1805 odd rupees. So we'll look at how Protean eGov is looking at. It's only about a 1.7% downtick. We also have some downticks coming in on the finance space. Fusion Microfinance at 7% lower in trade. Among the gainers, you have just the large caps like ITC, HDFC Bank, you have Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, Tata Motors, Britannia. Only a handful, 5-6 stocks on the Nifty that are holding up onto the green. Rest of the markets have all slipped into the red right now. LIC is holding up 1.4% higher at 1139 right now within some of the PSU banking names. Let's get Rajesh into the conversation. How are you looking at LIC, and would you still buy the counter at 1138?
So most of the insurance stocks have corrected in last couple of days in line with the market correction. But if we analyze on the long term perspective, yes, LIC is still looking bullish. Stock is holding about 20-day moving average. So I think near term trend may attract some buying action. Till stock is holding above 1110, I think one should remain on the long side of trade for LIC. On the higher side, immediate supply zone is placed at around 1180, 1190 zone. If it crosses those levels, then 1250 would be the next target. So our view is bullish for LIC. Buy on dips is the strategy for short to medium term perspective.
Okay. Tata Motors, about 0.7% of an uptick for this one, 1032. That's another counter that I wanted to discuss with you, Rajesh. It's been throwing us some momentum over the last few days. Or are you continuing to buying this stock? Vis-a-vis Maruti, that's now recalled about 2555 Alto K10. How would you really look at Tata versus Maruti?
So both stock have witnessed, profit taking in last couple of days. So Tata Motor again, because of global cues are not stable. Tata Motor also, attracted some supply pressure. If I analyze the structure is almost similar for both the stock, but the important thing to watch for that, Tata Motor is still almost trading near to its 20-day moving average and holding above 50-day moving average, but Maruti is almost, slipped below to those moving averages. So if I compare both the stocks, I think Tata Motor is looking one notch better compared to the Maruti at this juncture. Our stop loss for positional perspective is 1,000 rupees for Tata Motor to hold on. If it's not breaks below 1,000 level, then there is a possibility that Tata Motor may also start upward momentum once market stabilize at certain point. Then possible target for Tata Motor we can again see towards 1100 to 1140. For Maruti, 12,000 is the critical level in this decline. So those who have already bought or want to buy the stock should keep strict stop loss of 12,000 to deploy some long trade in the stock. As overall long-term structure for most of the auto stocks are still on the bullish side. Even auto index is also in the bullish trajectory for the long-term chart. So I think once market stabilize, I think automobile space will again, start, upward momentum. So in decline, Maruti can be a buy, but one should deploy very, small quantity. 12,000 is the immediate trading stop loss. On the higher side, 12,600 is the immediate supply zone. If it crosses, then rally can extend to 13,000 also.
I think the first 7, 8, 10 minutes of trade show activity which is hectic on the BSC 500 set of stocks. I'll just mark the advanced decline ratio there. You need to look at that space. Remember, the Nifty is grappling with not only negative sentiment on Wall Street, but its weekly expiry, and of course the credit policy that is there from 10 a.m. onwards. But look at this data on the NSE 500. For the moment, you see this index flat at about 22,828, equal number of stocks, 258 in the green, 242 in the red. But what is the beauty of this market? Look at how number of stocks that are more than 3% higher and between 5% are 10. Number of stocks that are losing between 3% and 5% are just 4. And how are the stocks that are more than 4%, 5% higher? They are 4. BSE and Chemplast Sanmar we've discussed. There's Root Mobile and BBTC. This is the parent company of the Bombay Dyeing Group, Bombay Burma. So the granularity of the market is towards positivity. Now let us see what happens beyond 10 a.m. One stock to look at is of course Pidilite. Very strong set of earnings, the counter at a record high and doing pretty well. Second day running. Rajesh ji, do we take a view into this stock or is it overheated? What are your charts telling you?
So, Shanti, continuity is there in Pidilite. The way stock is now trading almost its all-time high trajectory. Almost stock after consolidation of 3-4 months, now stock again breaking out its all-time high trajectory. So the way the market is volatile, so I think some long bets are shifted to the defensive stocks like FMCG is the favorite choice in this kind of volatile market. And we have seen good traction in most of the pant and home improvement related stocks. So Pidilite is one of the stock where we are seeing outperformance. I think if it's hold about 3,200 I think continuity would be there for Pidilite, and the possible upside we can see towards 3350 also in next couple of days. So I think those who've already bought the stock can hold on with stop loss of 3200.
Okay.
Okay, I think Rajesh ji, a medium-term view on HFCL is required from you. Now
Yeah.
140 rupees. I hesitate to ask this one on a public platform because of the past issues with this company. But it's the top traded counter. It's up fairly sharply, and there is a sectoral tailwind. HFCL for you, ladies and gentlemen, via Mr. Palviya, and of course take another independent view.
So I think Shelji, technical structure is very strong for HFCL. The way stock is moving in higher top, higher bottom formation, and stock is almost trading near to its all-time high trajectory. After a consolidation of almost 5 6 months, and now stock broken out that supply zone, and the way stock is attracting the buying interest, we believe that here there could be another round of rally and possible upside. We could see towards 155 to 160 also. So those who are already long can hold the position with stop loss of 130.
Okay. The small caps are coming back into the green, about 0.2% higher. Several of the stocks here that are rallying in trade. One stock that merits your attention is Triveni Turbine. The stock, after yesterday's 6% jump, is another 5% higher in trade. Remember, the stock has already turned into a multi-bagger in the last 3 years, viewers. 119 rupees is what around it was trading 3 years ago, and right now is hovering near all-time high levels. 667 right now, 4.5% higher in trade. How would you really approach this stock, Triveni Turbine? It's too much too done, and or does it still offer value?
So looking at the technical, yes, there is a continuity of uptrend. Stock is moving in upsloping channel on the daily chart. Stock is very well holding above all its important moving average. Whatever dips which we are getting in the stock are holding the ground around 50-day moving average. So I think overall trend is bullish for Triveni Turbine. I think buy on dip should be your strategy. At this juncture, stock has already moved up sharply. So I think if you get any cool off effect towards 645, 650 would be again attractive level to buy for trading perspective. Your stop loss should be placed at around 630 to hold on the position.
Okay, Rajesh ji, you did talk about BSE, and the entire capital markets related space is now buzzing. CAMS is 2.5% higher in trade. We also have CDSL that's now buzzing, about 1.4% up in trade. Several of the brokerage houses stocks have been consistently on the move. Stocks like Angel One, Edelweiss Financial was up in trade yesterday. What beyond BSE within this space looks good to you?
So I think again there was a data that again we have seen a very good jump in demat accounts. So I think there is a continuity of financial inclusion in the capital market, and most of the new accounts are opening month on month basis. So it's clearly showing that upward trajectory for this vertical. I think so. I think CDSL, CAMS, BSC, all brokerage related stocks may do well as volumes are continuously moving up. New accounts are opening, new SIPs are opening. So I think this financial market is doing good. So CDSL again negotiating with its 20-day moving average after a brief correction. So I think here again opportunity to buy CDSL with stop loss of 2320, and I think if it sort of crosses about 2420, then possible rally can extend to 2600 also for CDSL on a short period of time. CAMS is also looking attractive. After this correction, again, stock has taken the support from its important support area of 4000 level. So I think the way stock has moved up in last two trading session, I think there would be continuity of further more upside. 4500 is the immediate target for CAMS. So those who have already bought or want to buy the stock can hold on buy the stock with stop loss of 4200. Upside target is 4400 to 4500.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, two important things. Firstly, we'll look at the 15-minute candle of the Nifty. That will give you an idea what the institutions have done in the opening first stress of the market. High of the candle is 24,263 and the low is 24,198. So it's a 63-point candle, nothing to be worried about. What's really interesting is the Nifty is trying to make an effort to move above that, and that's a very, very big plus. Remember, till 10 a.m. nothing much will happen because the credit policy is due. There is no expectation from that one. All rates will be held steady. Now, what is moving? Let's pat Mr. Rajesh Palviya on his back. He started with a view on Balrampur Chini, and I don't remember the last time Balrampur crossed 500 rupees. That was in a very, very different time and different year. Okay. Yes, this was in March 2022 when the counter was at 520. Rajesh ji, firstly, a great call. Now tell us what to do. बाजार में मृदुलता आ रही है आपको एक्सचेंज और पिडिलाइट की तरफ से, और मिठास आ रही है बलरामपुर चीनी की तरफ से. बताइए क्या करना.
तो आई थिंक बाजार में वापस मिठास लौटने का प्रयास तो होते हुए दिख रहा है. निफ्टी इज होल्डिंग 24,000 लेवल. आई थिंक शैल जी अगर ये होल्ड रहा तो आई थिंक देयर वुड बी some support buying action will again attract in the market. The way broader market and mid cap space is doing good, I think once we get a stability in global cues, I think our marketers are again ready to continue upward momentum, and we can see a sharp V-shaped recovery also. Balrampur Chini, we are holding bullish view, and the way stock is now approaching to 500 level, we believe, and even now most of the sugar stocks are doing good. So I think sector tailwind is also supportive. So we holding our bullish view for Balrampur Chini. Those who have already bought can hold on the position with revised stop loss of 490 and upside target we could see towards 550 to 520 also.
Okay, and this is a wonderful point that Rajesh ji makes. There is a sectoral tailwind. We track at Business Today about 28 sugar companies. Out of 28, 25 are in the green, and of course Balrampur is leading the charge in the FNO space, but others such as DCM Shriram are up 5% at 1154. Dhampur Sugar is up 2%. Kothari Sugar is up 1.5. Awadh is in the green. Mavana, Dalmia Sugar, Dwarikesh, all of them are trading in the green. Sakshi, one very important thing is the reversal and the strength that we are seeing in the defense counters. BDL 0.5% higher, 1411. Garden Reach 0.5% higher, 2192. Cochin Shipyard 1.5% higher, 2385. And of course Mazgaon Dock 1.8% higher. Railway stocks, very strong enthusiasm for Kavach maker Kernex Microsystems. Limit up 5%. There is a news that has come in from the railway minister. I think he is looking for bulk tenders for Kavach equipment. HBL Power in the green. Ircon, Railtel, and of course IRCTC also moving in the green. Nifty still 83 points lower, 24,200. Let's see what happens. Sakshi, yours.
Right, several of the smaller pockets that are up in trade today. So stocks within the plastic space, they are higher in trade. Prince Pipe, stocks like Mayur Uniquoters, Kriti Industries, Arrow Green Tech, these are buzzing in trade. Then we also have stocks within the engineering space. McNally Bharat is up 10% almost. You have Tribeni Turbine, we highlighted. Manucraft India is up. Ingersoll Rand is up in trade. Vatek Vabag is up 3%. AIA Engineering. These are the other small pockets that are also buzzing in trade. We also have, of course, the telecom space entirely now coming back into fore. Apart from HFCL, we also have Tata Tele Services Maharashtra that's up in trade. You have Vodafone Idea that's buzzing, Bharti Airtel is that up in trade right now. So some such smaller pockets that are on the move right now, and I think even the fertilizers and the chemicals pack that's also buzzing in trade. So Chambal fertilizer, something that we were tracking for last 2-3 days, is again back up in the F&O space again. Let's get Rajesh ji to comment on the fertilizers and the chemicals pack. What is your own stance here, and which are the key stocks that you're keeping on your focus here?
So I think some buying is already witnessed in most of the chemical and fertilizer
Yeah.
stocks, and I think would be continuity of uptrend in this stock. Though the market is volatile, so some consolidation we can see in the near term, but I think there would be continuation of rally in most of this stock. So Excel Industries from the cash segment is looking very promising. I think if you analyze the structure for the stock is moving in upsloping channel on the daily chart, series of higher top, higher bottom formation. Stock is very well placed above to all its near-term, short-term moving averages. The way Excel Industry is now trading above 1380 level, I think there is a possibility that this stock can continue upward momentum towards 1500 to 1520 in the continuation of this up move. So 1380 would be the stop loss to buy Excel Industry at this juncture. BASF is also looking promising. A very strong momentum is taken place in today's session. Stock is almost up by 11%. Now its stock is enjoying its all-time high trajectory. So I think some of the stocks are showing good outperformance in this space, and we believe that one can remain on the long side of trade in this sector. There would be continuity. So for BASF, their next target is 8,000. Those who have already in trade can hold the position with stop loss of 76.50. Another stock that we like from the space is Coromandel International. That stock is also looking promising. Almost stock is consolidating near to its all-time high trajectory. I think if there is some follow-up buying action above 1650, I think Coromandel International may also continue its upward direction to 1750 to 1800 also in a short period of time. So I think here also one can focus to remain long with stop loss of 1580.
Right. Let's see more sectors.
Right, ladies.
Yes, Shail. Yes, Shail. Please continue.
Yeah, continue, Sakshi. I just want to mark two record highs which we've been following. Lupin now beyond 2033, and of course Natco Pharma now at 1451. Yours.
Right, it's the pharma space clearly that's taking all the limelight. The index is the top moving sectoral index, 0.7% higher in trade. Even within the Nifty top 5 or 6 movers, you'll find at least 3 to 4 names that are within the pharma pack. So Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, Divis Laboratories, Sun Pharma, at least 4 of these stocks are within the top 5, top 6 movers on the Nifty. So that clearly shows you that the markets are turning defensive clearly. Within the pharma pack, Rajesh, is there anything else beyond the stocks that you mentioned that one should keep an eye out on now?
So there are so many, Sakshi, not few, so many stocks which are looking very promising. Syngene, you can focus on this stock. Stock is now on a verge of giving breakout of its surrounding bottom formation on weekly chart. The way a long built up is there in last two trading session in the stock, we believe that Syngene can exhibit good amount of rally. 880 to 890 would be the next target. One can hold on the position, or fresh buying can be done with stop loss of 848. Another two stocks where we can see again all-time high trajectory in pharma space, that is Sun Pharma and Alchem Lab. These two stocks can be looked at, and the way most of the pharma stocks are showing good traction in terms of buying, I think Sun Pharma will also follow this upward momentum, and we can see a new all-time high trajectory for a stock in very short period of time. So Sun Pharma is also buy with stop loss of 1700. Upside target is 1800 to 1820. Alchem Lab is also poised to give breakout of its previous swing high. So I think here also one can deploy some long trade with stop loss of 5500. Possible target we can see towards 5650.
Okay, got it.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, while we are talking about record highs, let's look at some other ones that have hit this space. Everybody's favorite, Bikaneri Bhujia. and therefore Bikaji 2.2% higher, 804. Remember, we've been tracking this stock since 470 rupees, which at one point of time Mayuresh had highlighted. Ladies and gentlemen, there is always this wonderful chance of making supernormal money in the markets by doing practically nothing, buying quality stocks and letting them appreciate. And that is what has happened in counters such as Bikaji and many others that we've been highlighting. Okay, what else is at a record high? It's a pharma day without any doubt. Among the record highs, Torrent Pharma, Ajanta Pharma, Syngene, Dr. Reddy's, Zydus, Natco, and of course Lupin. So that's 7 pharma companies that are at record highs today. We've discussed Pidilite, we've often talked about Colgate Palmolive, and within the FMCG space there's another one, Pidilite, there's another one, Patanjali, 1% higher, 1831. Rajesh ji, do we chase this momentum in Patanjali?
I think yes, Shalji, one should focus two space which is showing clear, buying interest. That is, one is pharma, second is FMCG. These two space are clearly in buying mode. Patanjali, yes, I think one can chase this momentum. The way stock is now trading about to 1800 level, I think there is a high possibility that now this stock is ready for 2000 target on a short-term perspective. So those who have already bought can hold on. Even fresh buy can be deployed in minor dips with stop loss of 1770. Possible target is 1950 to 2000 on a positional perspective.
Okay. Mid-cap winners also throw up some interesting names. Poonawalla FinCorp is coming back after a long haul. It's up by 2.2%, 359 odd levels that you can see here. Beyond the entire pharma space that's been buzzing, you have now realty majors like Prestige Estates making a comeback, 2.2% higher in trade, just marking the prices for all our viewers to see where else is buying coming in. You have BDL from the defense space that's up by almost 1% now. FSN e-commerce, Nykaa is up by 0.5%. You also have LIC Housing Finance coming in. Fact, remember we discussed the entire fertilizers and the chemicals basket, that's also coming back into for Torrent Power, that's up by about 1.5%, that's also coming back to the focus. Several of the stocks are actually up and about. Of course, it's the pharma space, Alchem Laboratories, Ipca Laboratories, the entire space, Laurus Labs, Syngene, the entire pharma space is clearly taking it away, but there are several other stocks beyond this also that's taking up. One more stock that I wanted to highlight within the F&O space, Rajesh, for you is Trent, 2.9% higher. How would you look at this stock?
Yeah, so Sakshi, yes, we can look at to Trent for buying side only. 50-day moving average has been defended in this corrective move, and the stock again, managed to cross 20-day moving average. Overall strength is there in the stock for the long term. Near-term dip again bought by the short-term trader as well as investor. I think again the stock is ready to surpass its previous all-time high trajectory. So I think those who have already bought can hold on. Fresh buying can be done with stop loss of 56, 55, 60. Upside target 5800 for the stock. Again, another stock that we like, as we discussed, Syngene, it's now again at all-time high. Aarti Industry can be looked at. That stock is from the chemical space, is also showing good buying interest. I think Aarti Industry is also poised for giving a good breakout after 3-4 days corrective move. Here there is a possibility that this stock can also exhibit good amount of rally towards 780 to 790. So Aarti Industry one can keep on their radar to buy with stop loss of 745.
(9:46), ladies and gentlemen, the first half hour has lapsed, and in the first half hour I just like to mark the low of the Nifty, which is 24,192, and the high of the Nifty, which is 24,264. So it's a 64 plus 8, 72 point range that the Nifty is in. It's waiting for RBI governor's speech to start, and then post that speech post the view that comes on inflation and his commentary on the resilience of Indian economy in the face of this global technical readjustment that's happening between the US dollar and the Japanese yen will be worth watching. He will talk about 4 or 5 points. India's macro balance sheet is very good. Inflation is in control. Growth has been pretty good, and of course his view on interest rates. But for the moment, stocks such as CDSL. Okay, let me just see what the stock price is at. Remember, this is the second day of move. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 days of downtrend. I think Sakshi has already marked this one alongside CAMS. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a small exercise that all of you who are listening to Business Today should do. Just look at the size of the market capitalization of CDSL and CAMS in terms of thousands of crores divided by the dollar value. You will see the market capitalization coming in dollars, and then close your eyes and think, if a country which is adding 40, 45 or 30, 35 lakh DMATs, should these two companies have only this kind of valuation? If you do that exercise, that will be a wonderful way of looking at the long term view. Remember direct tax payments, remember income tax payments, they are 20% of wealth earned. So wealth is 5x, that wealth needs to be deployed. Some of it will come into the market. It will be routed through CDSL and CAM. It's a no-brainer, but again, do this exercise. Sakshi.
Alright, viewers, we'll have to wrap it up at that. Many thanks, Rajesh, for being with us on this very special edition and sharing with us all your thoughts and ideas right there. The Nifty is flat with a negative bias, 0.2% lower in trade, viewers, 24,248. It's a 48-point kind of a dip, but it's a Nifty bank that's turning green right ahead of the RBI's monetary policy review. Slightly bullish ticks higher into the green for the Nifty Bank. Nifty Bank is currently about 33 points higher in trade, 50,155. And along with the bank, of course, we do see pharma, realty, the broader market, small and the mid caps, and the consumer durable space that are showing us some ticks higher into the green. The kind of stocks on the Nifty that are still hovering higher: Tata Motors, Dr. Reddy's, Divis Laboratories, Cipla, Sun Pharma, Titan, and now ITC also joining the fore right now. Within the F&O space, Pidilite, Glenmark Pharma, Trent, Chambal Fertilizers and Lupin are among those top buzzers as well. Yes, Shal, you wanted to highlight something?
No, nothing at all. Just the Nifty is at the day's high, now 24,250. That's it, sir.
Okay. We'll wrap it up at that. Thank you so much, viewers, for tuning into Market Today's morning edition. But do stay tuned. It's a power-packed, show right ahead for you, with Shaktikanta Das, Governor RBI, also detailing the monetary policy review, the third one for the current fiscal year. And of course, after that, we will be decoding what the RBI Governor has said. So lots more coming up. Stay tuned.